Being adorable isn't enough to get you through a circus, lad. You've got to have talent, too. So, what are you good at? Yeah, I know. Could use a bit of work. But hey, I'm doing my best, alright? And anyway, your scene partner should be off medical leave soon, so... once they're back, I'm certain rehearsals won't be quite so... unusual. I certainly know that well enough. I can confirm it's true. Theatre class rehearsals are never anything except abnormal, really. Though, let's be honest, wouldn't have it any other way, right? That's the spirit. So, how's it going with the accent work? Are you still struggling? Well, that's good. And what about what we talked about before? Your expressions? I know. That's one of the most awkward parts of all of this. Feels so strange having to overreact to absolutely everything, but if you want an audience to be able to see what face you're making, you really do need to make a big show of what it is that you're feeling. No, I don't mean like that. I mean, you could do it like that, but I don't think you're going to be ending up in any of the shows that you want to be in. Yeah, face like that, you could play a monster or something. No, but you need to make it a bit more visual than simply auditory. You're doing a great work with the tone and the projection, but once again, it's those expressions that are really getting you. See, how can I explain this a bit better? Can I borrow your phone? Just trust me. Right, now. Turn off the lights. What's with that look? Oh, come on. As if we haven't done weirder things for our rehearsals before. Come on, then. Right, so, let's say that we're in the theatre now. You're in the audience, and I'm on stage. Right over here. I think this is far away from you anyway. Probably should have set up the spacing before you turn the lights off, but oh well. What good is an actor who can't improvise, am I right? Now then, the lights are gonna be about this bright. Actually, brighter, but for our purposes this is bright enough. You see how it kind of washes out my face? Makes it harder to see the details? That's what I'm talking about with the expressions. You need to make sure that all of the detail is getting across. Like this. See? When I'm making a big show of it like this, it's a lot easier to see, don't you think? And the way it comes across to the audience, it's just like in a normal conversation. You are overacting just a little, but the way that they see it, it translates to being similar to what you'd see on TV. Yeah, it's a lot easier than you think, but it does feel a bit ridiculous when you're first getting into it. Pardon? Yeah, that's one way to think of it. Yeah, like those people who make those short little skits for social media. That type of acting. Do that type of acting, and yeah, the audience will be able to see you just fine. Other notes. Well, it isn't so much a note as it is personal curiosity, really. I have to ask. You know that I can see your schedule, right? And the professor, what's her name? Miss Sutcliffe. She can see your schedule too. She's the professor after all, and being a teaching assistant, I do have access to that sort of thing. And I couldn't help but look at your major and the rest of the classes you're taking, and I do just have to ask, why theatre? It doesn't seem to be your major, and there are plenty of other courses that can meet your controlled electives, so why give this a go? No, I'm not judging. Far from it. I want to know. You seem to be really good at it. So it seems like maybe it's not just a passing interest. Oh yeah? You used to dream of growing up and acting in shows and movies, huh? Why don't you major in it then? Yeah, that'll do it. Things like that are always so tricky. There's good money to be made in the arts, and especially in theatre, but you gotta be lucky enough to get those gigs. And as for everything else, well, the phrase starving artist does exist for a reason. Why do you think I'm doing this? Being a teaching assistant. Gotta make my money somehow when the season's off. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I am a theatre major. Don't think I've ever told you that before, have I? Huh. It's crazy the things that you forget to mention when you're busy playing a role. Yeah. Almost enough to make you forget who you are for real. But I am a theatre major. Do you really want to know why, or are you just asking to be polite? Because if you really want to know, then I'll tell you the truth, but if you're just asking to be polite, then I'll probably just say, because I enjoy it. Alright then. If you want the truth, then... Now don't laugh. I really need you to not laugh. At least not yet. When I was younger, I grew up in this foster home, and I had all these little siblings, and we would always end up playing pretend in the backyard. Had so much fun just racing around and going on adventures, all in a square of grass. It was amazing. And one day, we went to one of those gymnastics class things. We were messing around after the actual lesson was over, and you know that big parachute thing that all the kids like to play with? Yeah, that's the one. Where you all grab one end of it, throw it up as high as you can, and then you crawl under it, and you sit on the edges so that it doesn't sink down too fast. You know that? That's the one, yep. So, we were playing with that, and we started calling it our circus tent. We went back home, and the little ones, they just wanted to play around still and pretend that we were part of a traveling circus, and that they were lion tamers and acrobats, tightrope walkers, snake charmers, fire breathers. It was their favourite game that we ever played, I think. Because after that, every weekend, whenever I didn't have any homework, that was what they wanted to play. I was the ringleader, of course. Oh yeah, I was a real master of the stage. I introduced them all so well, and I did tricks between the acts. Oh yeah, I could juggle, I could do sleight-of-hand magic tricks. Yeah, I can still do those.
Well, darling, I might just have to show you sometime. And for the record, I think this accent is starting to grow on me. Maybe I'll have to use it when my siblings visit. And I'm certain they'd love to have an audience for our next circus showing. So, what do you say? Shall we wrap it up here? And, perhaps, meet up outside of class sometime?
The look on your face is priceless. Hey. Perks of being a theatre major. Really though, it is family weekend next weekend, and that was the foster home I ended up staying in. I'm sure that my siblings would love a chance to show off our circus to someone else. And since we won't be spending so much time together in class, I'd love to have another opportunity to show off my skills to you. Though, if you're up for it, it also doesn't have to be the last time I show off for you. Just think about it.
See you in class tomorrow, darling. And don't forget, work on those expressions. Now can you give me a big smile? Come on, smile for me. There you go. All right, get back to your dorm safely now.